please give her a big App Promotion Summit London welcome to the virtual stage. Over to you, Aoife.
Thanks, James, and I'm very happy to be here and looking forward to the discussion today. So as James mentioned, my name is Aoife Brodigan. I am the Marketing Director for Huawei Mobile Services in Europe. And today I would like to talk to you about reimagining growth with Huawei Ads. So before we kind of go into that, I wanted to share a little personal experience of growth and change from yesterday. So as you might have guessed from my name, I'm Irish, and yesterday was a pretty big date in the Irish calendar. It was St. Patrick's Day. The world turned green, but it was quite a different St. Patrick's Day to previous years. So this is what I'm used to in 2019, where I have two kids and we bring them into the parade and we follow the crowd and we do lots of things together and with our families. But this year, no parades, no getting together with people, no restaurants, no pubs, no bars, no nothing. So I started to worry a bit about what that experience was going to be like for my kids. I remember growing up, St. Patrick's Day was like an important time to make memories. So I wanted to grow and to adapt and to find some new solutions to make sure that we kept the memories alive for them. So I did what any good mom would do. I went online and did some shopping and bought the tackiest green outfits I could find for my 6-year-old, including shamrock tights and shamrock skirts. I even found a Minecraft shamrock t-shirt for my 10-year-old. And then we went and we looked for new recipes to explore. So I went on Petal Search and I explored some examples and I found green pancakes. Apparently green pancakes is a thing. I encourage you all to go check it out. But yes, we were able to adapt and grow, and we turned St. Patrick's Day into something unique and different this year. And so the reason why I'm telling you this funny, odd little story is that whether it's in your personal life or whether it's in marketing, there are going to be challenges. And with a little bit of technology and a little bit of creativity, hopefully we can find some interesting solutions to those problems. And so as we come into 2021 and it's all in full swing, I'm sure a lot of marketers are feeling like this guy, where you're facing into new marketing channels. You've got people like me talking to you about new app stores. You've got IDFA looming and all the tracking changes that is going to bring. And then you've got 5G technologies and new opportunities opening up. And then there's also considering like what you can do with automation and machine learning to better improve your marketing and your efficiency. So my approach, I think for growth this year and my advice would be to embrace 3 things. The first is I think we've all got to accept that change is coming and see it as an opportunity and a chance to do things differently and to do things better. So first, I think the port of call is to really embrace the privacy changes and embrace first-party data and making sure that customers are opting in to hear from us. The second thing that we can do to grow is really to create immersive ad experiences on mobile. I think creativity is going to be a key ingredient this year for growth success. And the final way that you can grow is by diversifying your marketing strategies and your channels, and by testing and trying new things and seeing where future growth can come from. And so with that, I wanted to introduce you to Huawei, the Huawei world of devices, and why maybe AppGallery should form part of your strategy in 2021. So first of all, there's a lot of impressive numbers, which you can see here on screen. So we have over 700 million registered Huawei IDs globally. And you might think that a lot of that's in China. Over half of those users are outside of China. So a significant market in Europe, for example. And then we also have over 500 million monthly active users on AppGallery, which makes it the 3rd largest app store in the ecosystem today. So another good reason to consider it as part of your strategy. And finally, we have a lot of premium users. We have over 83 million and growing users who are on Mate and P series devices, so really high-end devices in the market. And really what I think is important to consider is, what are you doing with all of those Huawei customers today? So there's only really three scenarios that you could be adopting as an advertiser or an agency. So the first is maybe you're including them in your Android targeting, which is fine. But what happens to all of those people on the newer devices that don't have Google Play Store installed? So if you're running an app install ad or you're targeting them in advertising and they try click on an ad going to a Play Store, that app no longer exists on their device. So what happens to them? It's not a great experience for those people. And then you might have people on older Huawei devices who have the option to go on either Play Store or go on AppGallery. And as you can see from the previous slide, over 500 million people are switching to AppGallery. So you may be sending some Huawei customers to a store that they no longer use or are interested in. So again, those are not great options. So what you can do, other options is to consider, removing those customers from your targeting. So that's also not a great option, considering these are premium users who spend a lot on their devices, and they could be where your next purchase comes from. So that leaves you with a third option, which is to look at improving the experience for those users and reconsidering and reimagining your acquisition and your retention strategy for Huawei device owners. And that's where Huawei Ads can come into play. So Huawei Ads is a real-time mobile marketing platform. It's designed for Huawei devices, and it's built to deliver performance to advertisers and agencies. We've been operating the Huawei Ads platform in China for a number of years, and last year we put it into beta in Europe and the rest of the world. And this year we're ready to roll it out in full swing to all of the advertisers, developers, and agencies across Europe. And there are three main advantages, or I guess differentiators, with the Huawei Ads platform. The first is precise delivery. It offers the best way to reach Huawei devices on the market. The second is we have some pretty unique and powerful placements. So Huawei as a device manufacturer gives new opportunities to you to run placements on device in some of our apps, and then also on AppGallery, our app store, and in traditional kind of third-party environments as well. Huawei is a company that is based on technology. We have a lot of R&D, and so we are very much focused on creating platforms that deliver results for our customers. And so we have some interesting solutions like one-click installation and smart bidding to make sure that you get the best result possible for your ads. So let me talk a little bit more about what precise delivery means. So I know a lot of you are concerned about privacy and how to kind of target users effectively in a privacy safe and compliant way. So first of all, Huawei uses the Open Advertiser ID, which is a non-permanent ID that allows us to identify those users, but in a privacy safe and compliant way. We also offer a pretty robust set of targeting solutions by a tag system that includes attributes that you would expect, like gender and age and device models. And then we've also got some interesting things like scenario, whether people are at work or traveling. And then we have a lot of opportunities around interest and behaviors. And because we are an app store owner, you can do some really interesting things around recently activated users or people who have or have not installed certain types of apps before. And then we also have like a lot of traditional targeting solutions like lookalikes and remarketing. So you can use that first party data and combine it with the data that we have on our side with customers that have opted in to receive marketing, and really kind of extend your targeting and your solutions to find those high value customers. And then we have some really interesting placements. We have over 6 different types of ways you can engage with us. The first is on Huawei devices directly. So I'm sure many of you got up this morning and the first thing you do was go to your phone. And if you're like me, sometimes the way you get your news now is not necessarily by going to different sites. It's actually directly using the assistant on your phone as the first piece of news that you get. So we have the Huawei Assistant, and we often kind of partner with providers to look at what solutions and what news stories and what opportunities there are to place content directly in the assistant feed. And then we have over 20 apps that we have created, from music to utility to cloud services and browser and petal search, where you can advertise within those apps and pick people at a particular points in their day when they're going to engage. And then we have over 10,000 apps already in the store that have integrated the ads kit, so you can choose specific apps to appear in. As well as kind of third-party SSP solutions, and then a lot of resources around AppGallery and petal search. AppGallery in particular has an abundance of really helpful and interesting resources. For example, you could be part of recommended apps. So when somebody starts up AppGallery for the first time, we present some apps that we recommend them installing. And so that has a very high conversion rate, as you can imagine. So interesting opportunities there. We also have some standard promotions where we can recommend apps within the store, new games, new apps from the content team. And then you can also be there from a search perspective if people are searching for apps similar to your own. With petal search is the latest member of the Huawei mobile services family. We have I think it's over 90 million users on it now. So we offer kind of really interesting solutions on petal search, from search ads to newsbox to keywords and shopping, as well as lots of other kind of more solutions that we're building as well. We offer all of the different kind of advertising formats you would expect to see. I would call out Splash, the splash screen that we have on AppGallery as a particularly interesting space. So whenever somebody opens up AppGallery, there is a splash screen with an app presented every time. So that you have the full awareness and capabilities there to kind of reach all of those 500 million users using AppGallery. So quite an interesting placement there, and we've gotten good reports back from advertisers and partners on the quality and the response to those splash ads. We are also very performance driven, as I mentioned. So, in particular, some of those placements on device obviously have a very high kind of conversion rate because you're immersed in the customer experience. And then we have what we call one-click installation as part of our solution. So we reduce the amount of clicks needed to install the app. So as you can see in the second screen here, there's a download button where people can directly download the app. They don't need to go off to AppGallery and to a new page. They can just start the download directly in their device there. And then we also have things like smart banner and smart bidding to help optimize the experience for advertisers. So you can upload one asset and we will automatically provide you with tools to kind of to look at other placements and create various ad formats for you, as well as smart bidding solutions where you can choose your objective, whether it's CPI or CPC, or you want to kind of look at remarketing opportunities as well. So we've already started working with many different providers and brands and agencies in the market. One example is AliExpress, who worked with us recently for a November sales campaign, and they saw a 51% ROI as part of the campaign that they ran with us across petal search and across various different placements to help them achieve their goal. If you're interested in anything I've said here today, we have a Huawei Ads Partnership Program that we are launching, which provides lots of different incentives and opportunities for advertisers and agencies. So we don't just roll out a solution in the market and leave you guys to figure it out by yourselves. Huawei is very much a company that has local on-the-ground support for any of our partners. So this includes kind of providing like trial amounts of a test ad credit for small advertisers. For agencies, we have some rebates and refund strategies in order as well. And so there's lots of different ways that we can work with you. If I were to sum up now, I think there's 3 ways that you can continue the conversation from here. So the first is if you're feeling brave and you've liked what you've heard today and you think, yeah, that's definitely worth trying and finding a solution, then I would recommend going straight to register for a free advertiser or agency account, and you can see the platform for yourselves. The second option is that we have a deep dive workshop happening on the 24th of March, so early next week, where 2 of my colleagues will be going into the ad platform in more depth. We can see how to get set up. We'll also be showcasing what you can do with petal search as well as the ad platform directly. And then finally, you can always contact us to find out more about the special initiatives and incentives. So you can see the email address there on screen. You can also reach out with any questions in the chat. I will be online after this talk to answer any questions, and you can also feel free to reach out to me if you have any opportunities or questions that you'd like to discuss. So with that, I will hand back to James, and I hope you guys enjoyed the introduction to the Huawei world, and maybe you'll remember green pancakes and an opportunity to diversify and grow with Huawei Ads platform this year.
Well, great, thanks, Aoife. And yeah, shame we just missed St. Patrick's Day, I guess, right? But nearly got there. So yeah, thanks for that. I thought it was really interesting. I see we've got a few questions. Maybe you'll sort of dive in, as you say, into the chat and take them. I suppose, yeah, one question related to your last slide, though. Altai is saying, you know, how do you connect with a business manager? They said they want to move to AppGallery, but you know, do they need to have a you know, some sort of contact or business manager, or can that be done, you know, via your site? Is it sort of self-service?
Yeah, so in relation to AppGallery, if people are considering kind of putting in an app in AppGallery, and why wouldn't you to reach 500 million people? So yeah, we've really streamlined the process for getting on board AppGallery. And what I'll do is I'll post some resources into the chat group where you can kind of go and find out more about how you get started with AppGallery. Yeah, depending on where you're based as well. We also have like local support, so we can definitely kind of reach out and make sure to connect you with the right person there.
Great, and we've got, I think, a partner page on the site, and I think there's some links and stuff on there. Is there as well? People can find. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we'll post some more details on that page, linked to kind of AppGallery resources, and also a link to the Huawei Ads site there as well, where you can also find out more information about that. Great.
Well, it's been really good to see the evolution of what you're all offering here in Europe, and we had a sort of an intro to that. I think it was 2019. We had a session when you guys had just launched. And it's good to see how it's evolving at great pace. And yeah, look forward to seeing how it develops in the future. So thanks very much, Aoife.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.